Hi, this is Corey at Wildfly Studios. I was just going to do a quick collection tour because I know some people have been asking for one. First off, keep in mind that these are not all of my horses. A lot of my horses are currently in other people's studios being painted or resculpted or repaired. So I will update as those come in. First off, I'm going to start with my horses sculpted by Stacy Tomlinson. That would include my traditional Scarlet Mare, painted by Steph Michaud. My mini Scarlet, painted by Deanne Kajalshis. My mini Majestuoso, painted by Jennifer Moore. I'm sorry, but the flash does really wash this guy out. He does have a lot of shading under there. And he is shown as an Azteca stallion, because I'm focusing on his face details if I can. There we go. Alright, next up are going to be my horses painted by various artists, but sculpted by Sarah Rose. That would include the Affinity resin, which was sculpted to be a traditional race fit filly. And Summer gave her the softest face and the softest dappling. And I was just wowed as soon as I saw her paint job, and I had to have her. Also sculpted by Sarah Rose is my mini Jezebel, also painted by Summer Prosser. My customized mini Nahar, painted by Amanda Brock. And then my mini Nahar and Jezebel pair, both painted by Jennifer Reed of Unicorn Farm Studio. This guy was a commission, and then she actually happened to have her, and she just looked like a perfect pair. See if I can get that to focus. I like the Nahars. I think they're pretty spunky Arabs. The flash is going to wash this guy out for sure, but this starts my horses sculpted by Bridget Eberl. This is the Vincenzo, the long mane version. He has some really nice frosting on his mane. He was painted by Angelica Nelson. Next up is my Pentagon resin, painted by Lisa Shepard. Also, the flash really does wash him out. He's more of a sooty palomino. Next up are two custom Salineros. This one, I do not know who the artist is. He was unsigned when he came to me, but he's probably been one of my best show horses. He was customized with a thicker sculpted up neck to match a real life Andalusian. His nose was sculpted to be a little thicker for an Andalusian. He was given a really pretty long tail and also sculpted a great mane on this side. So there's him. My other custom Salinero. Sculpt work was done by Karenetta Smith, and then paint work was done by Jennifer Moore of Immortal Horse Studios. Some nice bows on there. Beautifully braided mane. Only Karenetta can get braids and bows that great, and I absolutely love her for it. And then he is shown as a historical Spanish horse stallion, along with my other historical Spanish horse stallion, also customized by Karenetta and also painted by Jennifer Moore. This is a custom Albaroso, and the amount of work that went into him is just phenomenal. Everything about him works great together. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Sorry guys. There we go, that's a little better. He also has some of that beautiful braid work by Karenetta Smith on his mudtail bow. And next up is, I never know which one's which, the Hansel and Gretel pair. This is a drastic custom done by Jennifer Reed of Unicorn Farm Studios. I have too many Jennifers that I love their work. She was given a Roman nose to be shown as a Spanish Mustang. Also, a beautifully detailed braided mane. And I can't really get back there the way my shelves are set up, but I'll go ahead and try to show you that tail. Also wonderfully detailed. She has the cutest little bows. This Flash, once again, is really drowning her color out. She's a really beautiful, perfect, pale Mustang buckskin. Wish I could get some better pictures. I mean, you guys have seen pictures if you follow the Instagram, but she is just wow. Alright, my current only resin by Sarah Mink. I have 2 more coming soon that I'm paying off, thankfully. I'm getting a Stormwatch as well. This guy really wowed me, and I instantly told her I had to have him. He was painted by Diane Kajoshis once again. I'm loving the mini resins that she's painting. Moving on, this is my Matriarch, painted by Des Corbett. Flash really washes her out because she has a really pretty, almost kind of like satin finish, but she has tons of little tiny herring details. And there are also all the nicks and marks that you see in a real life roan from where they're scratched, whether it be on a gate, rolling on something. When roans scratch, a lot of times the roan hairs don't come back. So she's really beautifully painted. She has a lot of hair detail in there too that you can't really see. Alright, by the way, she was sculpted by Carol Williams, as are these 3. Now the first one is just a custom Peter Stone weanling. Now I say just, even though it's not really just. She is probably one of my best show horses. I had to pull her out so you could see her in the lighting. She was also painted by Jennifer Reed of Unicorn Farms. And she is so detailed. I wish my camera would focus. I don't know if it's gonna, but absolutely beautiful horse. Absolutely beautiful color. And always a proven show horse of mine. I'm gonna go ahead and do that with the other horse painted by her, just so you can see the color a little better. With her beautiful, like, creamy buttermilk buckskins, it's really hard to get them photographed with any kind of lighting. In the show hall, they look beautiful, though. So you can really see all that detail there. And those dapples. Some reverse dappling. She is a huge live proven show winner. I'm going to go over some Nan cards and placings at the very end, but not anytime soon. Also, these are both Pars Dream Doll resins. This one is painted by Tom Bainbridge. Does beautiful work. It is an older piece, but his work stands so well for so long. This one here, I'm not sure if I remember who she was painted by. I'll take a look though. Teresa Bobis. I am sorry if I'm pronouncing any of these names wrong. There's her. This little girl always wins. It is a custom Hagen Renneker, painted by Karen Beeson. It's so hard to see all the little details. I usually show her with a magnifying glass, but for a custom Hagen Renneker, she is gorgeous. Okay, moving to the horses on the top shelf. A lot of these horses are laying down because I don't trust them on the stands. So that's my other 2 custom Salineros. Let's go ahead and get this big guy out first. This is my huge Warlander resin, sculpted by Tiffany Purdy. He has a lot of undertones there and light dappling that you're not going to be able to see because of the lighting. Really pretty boy. Perfect Warlander stallion. The Warlander is a cross between a Frisian and a warm blood. Beautiful, beautiful horse. I wish I could get better pictures, but I know it's not going to happen with this flash on and his black coloration. So I am sorry about that. He's really, really neat looking. And he's just huge. That's why I don't trust him on a stand. Moving on. This is a Deb Brown custom. I believe she customizes out of the UK, and he is shown as a Criollo stallion. Next up is a lovely custom done by Laura Skillern. It has a really pretty metallic palomino finish. She also sculpted some braids on this boy, which turned out great. He, once again, is one of my darker horses that the flash is really killing right now. Here is my little Shetland chicory resin. Ooh, wow, that focus is terrible. Painted by Mindy Berg. And he has tons of little details. He's another one that I usually show with magnifying glass because otherwise you don't really get to see any of this. Which, not that you're really seeing it right now because my camera, once again, is not focusing very well. I'll give up. But really, really beautiful horse. I think my camera is struggling because he's so tiny. This is my Sadie Shoe Fly resin. Gorgeous, gorgeous girl. So many up-close details that I'm not even going to try to be able to show you in this lighting, but just take a look at those hooves and all those tiny little individual hairs for a leopard Appaloosa. It's crazy. This is my third horse by Deanne. I'm kind of addicted to her work. It is a resculpted Summer Breeze resin by Vicky Keeling and then painted by Deanne, like I said. Really pretty star dappling in there for a rose gray. Also, the striping on her face is phenomenal. Beautiful detail, just like a really spunky Arab mare. I'm absolutely in love with her. Next is my Sanskrit resin, sculpted by Mel Miller and painted by Jessica Berry of, I think it's Cottonwood Springs Studio. Really pretty dappling. I absolutely love her dapples that she paints on her horses. And he is such a bright and golden buckskin. Got some nice frosting on the mane. He's a little wobbly just because he's such a light resin. He's a classic scale. This is my custom newsworthy painted by Karen Zorn. He is just spunk full of cuteness. He has that cute show horse appeal. It's hard to get any detail. He has beautiful, beautiful mapping that Karen is known for on her paints and pintos. My flash is just washing the color out, but really gorgeous horse. Without further ado is my Grail resin who just came in and I'm freaking out. This is an AP Cash resin and he was sculpted and painted by Sheila Bishop and she did an outstanding job on this horse. I mean, as soon as I saw this horse, I absolutely fell in love. The tiny, tiny hair detailing that you can barely see on this camera with the flash and everything going on. That to this bright, rich bay color on the face. I mean, I am absolutely wowed by this horse. This was actually one of the test colors, or test runs, you know what I'm trying to say, but beautiful, beautiful horse. And like the expression, the eyes, everything on that horse is just absolutely insanely beautiful. Last but not least is my Furione resin, painted by Jen Ulp and sculpted by Kitty Cantrell. Really cool horse. The bay, you're not going to be able to see it here because of the flash and the lighting. Blacks with undertones of bay are very hard to photograph. The magnetic bases are really cool. There's actually magnets inside her feet that are letting those stay on. That is about it for my collection tour. Pretty much everything I showed you is NAND so far, so they'll all be going with me in Kentucky next year. If you have any questions or anything, go ahead and ask. Be sure to like and subscribe. Bye.